Beautiful day here in Canada. It's kind of cool today. It was too kind of cool to sit outside, but Madison and I might go live tomorrow. She's off tomorrow. Her schedule, it kind of varies, and she was at respite, so we'll probably go live tomorrow together. But I just got off a Zoom call with my mastermind girls with Real Talk Kim, and you know what? She talked about Psalm 37, and I thought, you know what? That's so good. I'm just going to jump on and share, because sometimes we can get discouraged with evil doers. But I wanted to read Psalms 37 and just encourage people just quickly here on a Thursday afternoon. And you know what? Just hopefully bring a little joy to your Thursday. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to read. I love it. My husband got me this large print Bible, and I love it because I probably can read it without having my readers on. And that's very exciting. But I have my readers on just to make sure I don't miss anything. Anyway, here we go. Psalm 37. Do not fret because of evildoers. Good thing to remember. That's the words telling us. Be not envious toward wrongdoers. And that can be really hard in our humanness. For they will wither quickly like the grass and fade like the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and cultivate faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you what? The desires of your heart. I love that one. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you to the desires of your heart. Oh, I'm tongue-tied. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in him, and he will do it. He will bring forth your righteousness as the light, and your judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who carries out wicked schemes. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Do not fret. Do not fret. Do not fret. It leads only to evil doing. For evildoers will be cut off, but those who wait for the Lord will inherit the land. Yet a little while, and the wicked man will be no more. And you will look carefully for his place, and he will not be there. But the humble will inherit the land and will delight themselves in abundant prosperity. The wicked plots against the righteous and gnashes at him with his teeth. The Lord laughs at him, and he sees his day is coming. The wicked have drawn the sword and bent their bow to cast down the afflicted and the needy, to slay those who are upright in conduct. Their sword will enter their own heart, and their bows will be broken. Better is the little of the righteous than the abundance of many wicked. Ooh, I like that. For the arms of the wicked will be broken, but the Lord sustains the righteous. The Lord knows the days of the blameless, and their inheritance will be forever. They will not be ashamed in the time of evil, and in the days of famine they will have abundance. But the wicked will perish. Woohoo! And the enemies of the Lord will be like the glory of the pastures. They vanish like smoke. They vanish away. The wicked borrows and does not pay back. Well, I like that. But the righteous is gracious and gives. For those blessed by him will inherit the land, but those cursed by him will be cut off. And there's lots of things to take in that. Number one, we need to trust in the Lord, right? And he will give you the desires of your heart. And, that is so true. And sometimes it's so hard. Trust in the Lord, delight in the Lord, commit everything you have to the Lord, be still in his presence. Those are all things we have to practice. And what does that look like? Because, in our humanness and in our flesh, it's not really that fun when there's evildoers out there. There's people that, are talking not nice things about us, are saying lies about us, are saying untruth, telling people untruthful things about us, they're speaking out that stinking thinking that sometimes is in our mind, but they're speaking it out to people. They're talking smuck about you and talking lies. And, in our humanness, oh man, it can just get your blood boiling and you just want to go set everything straight. I'm a black and white personality. And one thing I cannot handle is when people lie and people do evil. And it really bothers me. And sometimes I get stuck I was like, I just want to go make that all right. But God, I was like, no, I got to get back to his presence. I got to, delight myself in the Lord. And I got to focus on that. And I have to let him take care of all those evildoers. The devil will send people in our life to hijack our destiny, to hijack our life, to make us angry, to make us sin, to tempt us, to do things that we shouldn't, to fall. And, the list can go on and on what he tries to make us do. But we need to rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. What does that look like? How do we delight ourselves in the Lord? How do we commit everything to the Lord? It's intentional. We have to, take the time to spend time with the Lord, to spend time in worship, soaking, to, whether we, use our heavenly language in prayer, whether we offer our voices in singing and worship, but just spending time in the Word, doing all those things, because when you fill yourself up with that, it gives you such a peace that when all this evil is coming at you, you know what? You just have this calm. And you know what, God, you are going to take care of the details. And you know what? The prosperity of the wicked lasts only for a season. And we were talking about that on the call. And it's so great as a reminder of that, because sometimes we think that we gotta go fix it all. We gotta go help Jesus out. He don't need our help. He's well aware, and you know what? He's the vindicator. He looks after it. And I was talking to someone yesterday. It's like, you know what? Even if no one else sees what goes on, God sees it, and he's gonna look after it. And he, he will bless us and give us the desires of our heart when other people would not even think we are qualified, but they've not seen what we've walked through. They've not seen our heart. They've not seen our intentions. And, sometimes those evildoers, their day is coming, and it lasts only for a season, like we read about. And you know what? That season will come to an end, and there will be consequences for decisions that they make. And, just like decisions, there's consequences for all of us. Raising a special needs daughter, I always give her the analogy that, there is always a consequence for a decision we make. So if it's a good decision, there's a great consequence. But if it's not a good decision and it's a bad decision, then there's probably going to be a consequence down the road that we don't really like, that we're not really excited about. But you know what? That's what happens. So that's why it's so important to, turn from your wicked ways and make things right and live in the abundance that God has for you. Don't get stuck, dwelling on, the evil doers, the people that, what if there's people that, just ripped you off in business, that, are talking lies about you, people that have just financially not made good decisions. There's so many people that have been hurt by someone that's just wronged them, whether it's offense, whether it's bitterness, and we have to just be careful to take that all to Jesus and be like, God, I'm going to give it to you. I am going to walk in the joy and the abundance that you have for me. I'm going to delight myself in the Lord, and he will give me the desires of my heart, which is amazing. So I'm asking everybody here to pray. Connie is looking for a piano, and I'm going to pray that this piano is coming in. I'm making room for this piano. I got room over my living room that I can flip my couch around, and I'm going to put a baby grand piano right in the corner here. And I am praying that in. That is something that I really want. I love to play the piano. I know I've talked about that before, and I'm totally getting off topic here. But we gave up a big house that we had an hour away because God spoke to me and my husband separately to sell the house. And man, that was something I didn't want to do. And I don't know if that's something I've talked about. I know my husband's talked about it on his TV show before and kind of give the testimony, but I don't think I really got into details. But I gave up a grand piano and I gave up a baby grand piano to downsize and come here where I'm at. So now I'm like, I think I could squeeze a grand piano in here, a baby grand piano, not a grand. I don't have room for grand. Those suckers are like over 8 feet, I think. But I have room for a baby grand piano. And I could squeeze it in and I could play songs. I could play music. I could, worship and share that with people just to bless and touch people, because that's another form of worship that we can have that, God just loves to hear our praises, right? And when we do that, that can just shift the atmosphere, and that's a breeding ground for miracles when that atmosphere starts shifting. So anyway, that's a sidebar. I want you guys to all pray with me for a piano because I don't want an old clunker. You know what? I'm a child of the King. And I want something that's quality so that it sounds good. And then my husband actually sings really well. So I thought, he could come on and he could sing and he could lead worship too. And it would just be fun. It would just be fun. And we'd be able to bless people with that. So anyway, anybody that believes in the power of prayer, stand in agreement with me, and we were going to pray. I was talking to my girlfriend this morning, and she's like, Connie, we're just going to pray that piano in, and you get it for free in Jesus' name. And I was like, glory be to Jesus. That would be wonderful, and I'm thanking him because he knows the desires of our heart. So I'm like, okay, Jesus, that's a desire of my heart. So I'm just going to put it out there, and you know what? Someday I'm going to be getting on here and I'm going to be giving you the testimony that I've got my piano. I'll be able to show it to you and I'll be able to play it for you and it'll be amazing. So never forget, little is much when God is in it. I love that song. I'll be able to play the whole song for you. Woohoo! Anyway, I hope you're having a fabulous Thursday and just be encouraged. You know what? Just ignore the naysayers. Just ignore the people that don't like you. Ignore the people that Satan just puts in our path every day to just drag us down, to wear us out, to break us down, to keep us, to get offline from our destiny. You know what? Just be very intentional that delight yourself in the Lord. Keep in alignment what God has to you. Keep moving forward for the plans that he has for you because they are good plans. And when we get stuck with the interruptions and the commercial breaks that come in that the devil tries to distract us with and wear us down with and discourage us with and, like I said, get into that stinking thinking, we don't want to live like that. We don't want to miss anything God has for us. We want to live in that joy and peace and flow in the Holy Ghost and man of living. I'm telling you, he will just blow our minds what he will do and the miracles he'll give us. But anyway, I'm blabbering on now. I got to sign off here and go get some stuff done and get ready for supper. And Maddie's coming home tonight, so lots of things on the go. But I just wanted to encourage you to stay strong in the Lord and delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. Never forget that. And we have so many testimonies to share, even you guys drop it in the chat if you want to share a testimony, that'd be awesome. Or if anybody wants to go live with me and share a testimony and, give God praises, that would be awesome and too much fun. So anybody local that wants to do that or anybody that is online that we could probably, if Madison's here, she's my tech support. She could help me figure it out. But we could, do an interview style and just have a conversation and that would be super fun.